The next thing we have got to do is we're going to start on polygons. Now polygons are of course the things which give us the surfaces of objects, the surface textures and stuff. So we can see that the main airport here is made of some type of grass here. So I think that's what we'll use for the airport. So we're going to go under our library directories here. I'm going to change the filter to all libraries, ground textures, some nice grass here. I think that's quite nice. And we're going to just place it all around the airport. This is what I do for most of the airports I upload onto Xplanet. Now with the grass you want to be quite precise. So I'm going to place it in a way that looks logical. Now when you're dealing with default scenery, once it's in X-Plane, it doesn't really matter where the grass texture is actually placed because you don't have an orthophoto or anything. But it does matter how it looks, so it's got to look reasonable, it's got to look normal, if you know what I mean. You shouldn't have like, even if it's got like bendy edges in real life, we don't want it looking at all unnatural. So do a few modifications to what it actually looks like and make it look more, just nicer on the eye overall. Don't worry about being too particular and getting it perfect like it is in real life. We just want it to look nice, so to speak. We want to capture the feel of the airport, not making things exactly as they are in real life. We want to capture the feel, and we don't want ugly edges that don't really exist. So now I'm going to orient this polygon here. We'll try a heading of 320 degrees, see how that does. It's a little bit too much, but let's go 330. That's about the right heading of the polygon, so I'm going to put some edges on that polygon. Let's find some nice edge lines. Here's a line here. So we're going to place this around the edge of the polygon. Actually, wait, I don't like the look of this line here. It's too thin. We want something more like that. Yeah, that's a thicker line that will work better around this polygon. And again, we're just keeping everything nice and lined up. Continue our way around the airport. The next thing we're going to do after we've made this grass here is we're going to place on some nice dirty polygons to give it a nice worn look. We want to make the runway look different than the rest of this grass here, and we're going to layer lots of polygons on the surfaces where we think there might be parking aeroplanes, for example, things like that, where the ground would be dirty, there might be a bit of oil on the ground or a bit of dirt or cracks or whatever, just to make things look more natural. So we're going to place some of that on after we've done the grass bits. And the key here is not making it look perfectly fit in with World Editor scenery. It's to make it fit in with X-Plane scenery, because that's what people are going to be using it for. So don't worry about getting everything perfect and lined up here. We want everything to be perfect in X-Plane, not in World Editor. So that is finished that line here. Next thing we've got to do is place some nice grass polygons. Now what I'm going to do is first hide this grass polygon here, so we can just get an idea of where dirt might be. It looks like planes maybe park along this area here. We've got this little shed over there. I don't know what that is actually used for. We've got this kind of more like gravel type polygon possibly over there, and the runway, as you can see, is kind of like this dusty type thing. So we'll place some polygons like that. Now let's make these visible. So let's just try and memorize the area. Around here there was kind of like a parking space. So let's get some nice textures that will kind of overlay this area. So I'm just going to search in here cracks, for example. There's some nice cracks in Open Scenery X, as you can see here. This one, what we're going to do is lay over this general area where we saw the parking was. Just a square here. As you can see, that came out quite nice. We have like this dirty area here. To make this look more authentic, we're going to add some more dirt in it maybe, and we'll just go around the same sort of area again with this particular one. We'll see if it stretches. In this case it did, so what we're going to do is move it back to a round square shape there, and then we'll add another one there just over it. And another one over here. That looks nice. Yeah, that looks quite natural there. I'll add a couple more, maybe some little cracks in the center there. That looks nice. Oops. Let's just put that, yeah, more like that. And that's looking nice there. So that is how you give it a nice layered look. Now I'm going to go to the 3D preview window here. Oh, first we've got to center it on the airport. Hey, come on. Where'd it go? Here it is. Come on. Come on. It's misbehaving. Never mind. Right. Now what we're going to do is do the runway. We want some nice, dirty, dusty sort of things for the runway. We've got some lines here. There's dirt 10 meters. That's 10 meters width, about the right width we're wanting. Now I'm going to again hide the grass polygon here so we can get an idea of what direction the runway is running. So we'll start off right at the very end of the runway, and we want to kind of follow that runway's movement there. You can kind of see it's not perfectly straight, and this really adds that authentic feel to the airport. And we go right to the end here, and it looks like kind of like a turning bay at the end. So we'll follow that round with our line here. Kind of looks like a turning bay, maybe something like that. Come around here, and then just connect back up with it. Then we'll click the select tool, and that looks alright. The next thing we're going to do is layer this just like we did with the other polygon. So we'll get another polygon, a wider one this time, and go over it. This time we're going to start a little off from the end, just about here. And then again we're just going to follow the vertexes of the other line here. Sorry, these are not polygons, they're lines actually. So avoid confusion there. You can see I'm not placing them like a polygon, I'm placing them like a line. So righty ho, and then we'll do one more layer on this. This time we'll do 30 meters. This just kind of shows how an aeroplane's wheels will kind of mostly touch down the center, but occasionally you'll get a bit of dirt off to the side and stuff. It all adds to that feel that's slightly random with these airports, and I really like that push feel. So there we go. These polygons look really nice. I think they'll do justice. Let's extend this one a little bit. These are looking a little bit off. That's better. Cool, and that's it for today's tutorial. I'll see you tomorrow with another tutorial, and tomorrow it's going to be going into objects. So there's going to be a lot of fun. See you then.